Welcome back.
Hello.
We're in the middle of the trial. We're going to figure out what it was that locked that door.
2 people died.
The tool that the carpet used to lock the sliding lock from the outside was...
The katana.
Oh, it's a good thing I just bought a skill for this.
Oh,
that's
shit.
true. Yeah, meth corner that shit.
Or Meth's quest.
Did you say Beth Quest?
I said Meth's quest. For finding the best question for
Yeah.
Meth corner.
Let's do it. We've got some new ones, which I'm excited about.
Fuck it.
What is it? What is it? There was one I really, really liked. Where is it? Ooh. I wasn't ready for this, you guys. I wasn't ready for this. Wait.
Oh? Monokuma?
Oh, that's a crazy question. Jeff asks, okay, this is not in reference to drugs,
Okay. Oh, all right.
but he says, what is the worst edible you would give each other if one of you was blindfolded?
Oh, easily one of those stupid bean things that we did. The
Bean Boozles?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we
Easily.
did that.
That is the worst edible thing I've put in my mouth.
You know what I think the worst edible thing is that I
What?
put in my mouth that I would definitely give to you guys? It's called Dunder Salt, and it was sent to me in a P.O. box, and it is so not tasty.
Yeah?
It is so bizarrely bad, and I don't know how a candy like that exists.
It's not great, but I think skunk and vomit was way worse.
Fair.
Well, vomit was pretty... Well, Jeff, you ain't not taste any of it.
I think I got one bad one. I think I got like the dog food or
That's
diaper
not even
or
that
something.
bad.
You got, soap.
You got
It's
you
true.
got one really bad one. I just don't remember which one it was.
It might have been skunk.
Those are pretty bad though, because those are like engineered to be terrible.
Yeah, somebody has to taste test.
I mean,
that
if I wanted to poison one of you, I would
garbage.
choose like raw fish or raw chicken or something.
Yeah,
Ew.
totally. Thanks.
Just saying. The question was worst, or skunk cabbage.
Junko Inoshima asks, if you could speak any language in the world, what would it be?
Can I take this? Oh, I can. Hey, hidden Monokuma.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what?
My first answer is Japanese, obviously.
My first answer is also
I
Japanese.
watched
was
way
too.
too much anime, and I'd be able to read manga and go to Japan and stuff. But
I feel like Japan. Yeah, Japan. I would like to speak Japan.
in terms of like useful, in terms of like utility, probably Spanish because I live in LA.
That was my second thing. Was like, should I say Spanish? Because yeah.
Nah, my second would be French, I think. Because I do want to go to there.
Yeah,
I think-
I speak a little German too because that's where I'm from.
Wait,
I
don't
think
you
my
just
third would be
select
German.
the
I can. I
katana?
was just killing time so you guys could ask. I finished answering the question.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway.
I think all three of us is Japanese.
Yeah.
Yep. #1 Japanese.
Weebs confirmed.
Thank you, Junko.
That. Thank you, Junko. Never thought I'd say that. The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock. So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on the katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell, specifically a school bell.
Hope's Peak reference.
Oh,
Oh,
you're talking
really?
about a different school? What school is it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
I see you, Danganronpa. Oh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab? The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself.
Show us the floor plan.
It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy is hanging upside down.
NJ didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies. If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose,
Look at
right?
his wiggle.
He's got his little
He's
wiggle
got a
wiggle.
question
wiggle
wiggle.
A different purpose. What could that have been?
Wait, if Tsumugi was the mastermind, she wouldn't want Rantaro to come back in case he did know something specific, right?
Oh, she's the mastermind. She would know whether or not the Necronomicon was real.
But I mean, the game is acting for all intents and purposes like the Necronomicon is definitely real.
Yeah, but I don't. If she's the mastermind, I don't think she committed this murder.
Why not? To protect herself?
Well, then we kill the mastermind in the third trial.
This game's crazy. You're right. Fuck.
The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Are we going for a ride? Oh man, this is meth corner as hell.
Yeah,
all right,
it
guys.
is.
Bring it
Remember
up.
how to play this.
Let's see. All right, another meth corner. Meth corner. All of these are like very Danganronpa specific, which is chill. But I like to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Cruising.
Ooh, here's a good one. Random Jinx. I feel like we've answered a couple of your questions before because you're so good at asking them. What is one thing that you are a fan of or enjoy that you think people wouldn't expect or say doesn't fit you?
Oh.
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Yeah, it is. I have to think about that one, right? I was gonna say like serial killer documentaries, but we're playing Danganronpa, so not that. Oh god, the kerning on sliding is bothering me so much.
Yeah, that's
Ew,
really
yeah.
bad.
Oh, that's so bad. What do I love that doesn't make any sense?
That's a really interesting question. Yeah, get out of
Maybe
there.
we can answer
Yeah.
this for each other.
I wouldn't, Beth, I wouldn't expect you to love manga as much as you do and get completely absorbed into it.
Really?
Yeah. And like go as far as translating mangas that have not been translated yet.
Yeah,
That's a little intense.
I had a bit of an obsession.
Yeah. So I think a normal
Translated a Portuguese 20 chapters of this thing I was reading that was in Portuguese with Google Translate, like typing it out by hand.
it's a little much.
Yep. Sorry.
So that's no. That's just something that I would not have expected you to do.
Which is more surprising to you guys? That I actually kind of enjoy How I Met Your Mother, or that I actually kind of enjoy Gilmore Girls?
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody seems to like really dislike how it wrapped up.
Well, see, I haven't seen the ending, but
Oh, well then that don't, I guess.
I mean,
Because
I'm
I was
just-
that
I'm
way
just-
with Lost.
I'm just trying to think. I think I unfortunately tend to have the irony disease of I reflexively dislike most things that are aggressively mainstream or
Yeah.
whatever. But I actually kind of enjoy just turning off my brain and watching somehow. See, I even have to qualify it.
I'm surprised that Jeff, when he sits down to like make things, they're not comedy.
True.
I would
I'm
expect
not a
you to
comedic
be-
writer. Like I'm not good at it. I tried writing a comedy script once, and it was like pulling teeth. I just wasn't very good at
And that
it.
surprises me because I think you're very funny.
Thank you.
Look at Danganronpa.
It's like a different type of. It's flexing a different comedy muscle though, and I feel like I like to think that I accent a lot of my scripts with comedy because like I know what's funny. But if I was like put under pressure to come up with 100 jokes, I could come up with maybe like it doesn't come as naturally to me.
Gotcha.
I have to sit down and think of jokes. Whereas like a lot of comedians I know, it's just their way of expression. Like they just
Yeah.
instinctually make jokes.
Wouldn't it be nice to just be that way?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Mike, I got yours.
What is mine?
Dirty Money.
Oh shit.
Mike loves stories and ways of making dirty money. So like gambling,
drug smuggling.
But you're so upstanding, Michael.
yeah,
know.
he's such a good, pure, sweet boy.
It's weird.
But he's so you're so into like the mob and
Thank
you're
you.
into like cartels.
Yeah.
He like reads books about dark stuff like that, and then he's like, my cat's the best.
I loved Narcos. Like seeing somebody have all that money and all that power. Like it was fun for me. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question.
It was.
Yeah,
It
that was
a
really good.
question.
Thanks for that answer, Beth. That was great.
Anyway, so there you go. It's as Beth predicted.
Nice. Good job, Beth.
Stab into the effigy,
Thanks.
spin it, hits the lock. I see. Got it. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun? I don't know words.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
That's so smart. And then when you're outside, you can test to see if if it worked.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
Dude, maybe I love Dirty Money because it's like cheating in a video game. Like you use a code to gain, like Rosebud in The Sims, to gain all this money, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't have to do anything for that money.
Yeah, that's sort of breaking of the normal risk reward and work to wealth balance.
Maybe that's why I like it so much.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside. The lights in the living room just came on. Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword, traveling through the air to intercept us? Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could have moved it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple of times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime. Are you saying it's the student council's fault? I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana. Huh.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony?
Oh, I like how you put a question on it because it seems weird that Kaito would be so decisive
Yep.
in realizing something.
That way we wouldn't know this is a luck trick. Oh.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction. If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi.
Oh man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Shuichi.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Oh, shucks.
You and your fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself. Yeah.
Okay. I'll start right now.
Camera pin.
Yeah. Oh god, I should have.
All right. So who's the asshole who set this locked room mystery?
Was it
Or
you?
set it up?
Miu, I can't hold it up anymore.
I'll help.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
What's the matter? Are you going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy
Whoa.
cum dumpster?
Yikes.
Cum dumpster? Oh, final. I knew she was going to
yeah.
be into
She's
it.
super
Oh,
into
you
it.
sadist. Someone called me a cum dumpster.
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room or these perverts, but on who entered Angie's lab. only one of the student council members, or Kokichi, could have gained entry. Want to clarify, I said perverts as a joke. Honestly, if you're into it, you're into it. Whatever.
I also don't think Cork would shame at all.
No,
Cork would be
would
like,
not
this
shame.
is
Yeah,
fascinating.
this
Look
is
at him.
amazing.
He's all covered up. Or she. We don't know.
You saying Cork's a prude?
No. I'm just saying, like, kink-wise.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
I feel like
Most kinky.
Yeah.
that's a kink fit.
Kink-fit!
Kink-fit. Oh, God. Beth's writing down the episode title.
Absolutely. What else are
Therefore,
kink-fits?
The culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Koki.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
She was outside the door, too.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
That's fine. It's just a waste of time. Also, thanks for reminding us that you have that. Me, a suspect. I'd never kill Angie.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next?
I think she killed... How? But with the...
I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect, too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
You can be loud, but it doesn't make anyone hear you better.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down. My favorite!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know. Gonta not smart enough to know how to answer that.
Yes, it's too difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Y'all being weird.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tango have to die? I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tango's case now and not just Angie's?
What?
Maybe Tango?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murders, you know? So we need to find the first blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless.
That's not true.
Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless. My girlfriends are dead.
Himiko.
I'm expressing my feelings. Tenko's death was meaningless. How dare you? Poor Tenko. How could you do this to her?
Himiko?
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Oh, get her. Lies.
Her whole foundation is built on
Everything
a
you
lie.
said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko after she's dead. Come on, really?
Thanks, Koki. Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise that he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko, worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously, it's way too late to realize that now. Your only option is to face her death head on.
I don't know. Face her death.
Yeah, she's dead. Kimiko, I understand what you're going through.
What was that?
I don't know.
Probably
like
the
a
AC.
growl.
Our AC is like broken.
Okay. There was like a really, I don't know if the mics picked it up. There was like a really creepy like growl or scraping sound like above us.
I think Tenko may. Okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense yet. Here's an idea. Tenko killed Angie. What I don't like about that theory that I just made, is that Tenko was so willing to be the conduit for Angie to talk to Himiko, because then that would give her away, right?
Yes.
But putting that aside, she's got the motivation to take Angie out. Except that it doesn't really make sense. I don't know, but like with the drama of this, Tenko kills Himiko. I mean Angie. Angie previously had fallen through the slots in the other room, told Himiko about it. Himiko takes out revenge on Tenko in the slot room. Wow, girl drama.
Would Himiko then volunteer at first to be the person underneath the cage, though?
And that's the thing that doesn't make sense, because no, she wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Oh, Kaito.
Kaito. Alright, I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Okay, you maybe don't say that.
The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Yeah, let's not do that, okay? Suppose being dead would silence somebody pretty good.
Yeah.
Listen up, okay? Jeez, all you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. Ugh, that's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up. Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you, that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't even be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive. We need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on.
Yeah.
Kaito.
Plus, I need a team to get me to the moon, so if any of you want to be astronauts when we get out.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to know this?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there are two different culprits yet. Maki's being weird with Kokichi.
I mean, I think she's just, like, one, he's the one who outed her. So I think she has a lot of
bitter about
reasons
it?
to hate him.
Okay.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue. Oh, a line just occurred to me.
Oh.
Kokichi in the past, when pressured as to how he knew about Maki being the assassin, said that he would know because of his position, and then when Shuichi pressured him, he said, oh, don't worry, that was a lie. It's possible that Kokichi and Maki knew each other prior to this.
I think you had said that before.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But what? That was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
And maybe Himiko killed Tenko, then somebody else killed... Sorry, Himiko killed Angie, then someone else killed Tenko, thinking they were going to kill Himiko.
Maybe.
Why would she kill Angie, though?
I don't know, but she's being awfully cagey and weird about Angie's death.
She's just a cagey, weird person.
I don't know. For now, let's see if we can narrow down a list of suspects.
Ten Crotch probably got killed during the seance, so everybody here's suspicious. There. Ten Crotch. I don't get that.
Yeah, that's a stretch. The people who attended the seance.
Tenko?
Yeah, Tenko. Yeah.
Let's see. Korikyo,
Kibo was
Shuichi-
not there.
That's it, right?
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Kaito was the. Yeah, sorry.
K names? Fuck.
yeah. Whoa.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
And Cookie.
And Cookie.
So those 4 are the culprits.
Oh, Himiko is still culprit.
Well, that's probably just a coinky dink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really...
Is that how you spell that?
Coinky?
I don't think I've ever seen that spelled out before.
Yeah.
Coinky dink.
Cork. He suggested the whole seance idea. True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Didn't we read something about something that went down in the town of the caged dog?
Yes, there's
So
something about the village,
dark
and it's
and-
dark past.
I wish I could remember that.
Yeah, same.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what room.
3 empty rooms which we
It could have been the
used.
left or the middle one.
She did say the middle room's always best
middle
for stuff
room.
like this.
I was going to sing The Middle by Jimmy Eat World, but I decided not to because I'd already sung a bunch in that episode. So
I appreciate your restraint, Michael.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from the outside, you see. A point of entry from the outside. He must be referring to... this?
Either that
Yeah?
or the corner, but I think it's this.
The floorboards under Tenko were loose.
That doesn't seem to be.
The culprit might have gone onto the floor to enter. Oh. Throughout the entire seance, it's unlikely the floorboards were used.
There was another location that we could have entered and exited through without using that area.
I think I'm a fraud. That's a bit hard. It's because you got it wrong.
That corner?
So yeah, the hole over here.
Yeah, go lower.
Yeah, there you go.
There
I
it is.
see.
There it is. Okay.
Sometimes your questions aren't specific enough.
You're talking. Wait, you're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor? What,
Oh, I thought that's what I was.
down there?
I thought that's what I was selecting. Oh well. Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
What was everybody doing during this time?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Whoa.
interesting.
I missed
All right, let's
these.
throw down, Cork.
Non-stop, baby. Cork, how are you wrong? That's what non-stop debates are.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
Sneaked?
by crawling under the floor.
Maybe. But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see where they were going under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Confirm that, but we can't.
Light? You mean candle?
No.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor? And sneak into the empty room during the seance?
I said hold on a second. He used his robot functions to commit the murder. I said hold on a second. It's true that with a little light you can move around under the floor. But isn't that possible?
Do we have like gaps in the floorboard?
Let's see.
Loose floorboard.
Yeah, loose floorboard. Oh, that's the cage child. So
Because-
Kibo's flashlight.
I think it's too bright. I think that we'd be able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And loose floorboard was like the back corner.
This floorboard, it was dried blood.
And then hole in the corner.
Was that another truth bullet?
A hole in corners on the very
Was at the
bottom.
bottom.
No.
Or it was a second ago.
Hold in the corner. There was a space on the floor so you can see what was dropped there.
Okay, I'm assuming that one's going to contradict the second orange bit where he's like, you can use Kibo's lights underneath the floor.
I see. Hole in the corner. Yeah. That seems right.
Logically
Let's
makes
try
sense
that.
to me.
I think we can probably lie here too.
Oh, yeah?
With the track, I think. But again, that's difficult for me to parse
So not
and it might
this
take
one.
too long.
Uh-huh.
Candle. Flashlight's function. Oh, no, hold on a second.
Here it is.
Nope.
Oh. Kibo could have used his flashlight function. Shut, it's cramped under the floor? Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Especially that Kibo's flashlight.
Made a mistake. Need to think it over again.
What do we have? Hole in the board, created loose floorboards. Flashing light function.
Crawling
We
under
could
the
confirm the candle, but that's the only thing we could confirm.
Yeah, I don't know how we would do that. Maybe we use flashlight function on...
Our villain had a light. Maybe they didn't.
No, that wouldn't contradict it. Maybe we contradict it with Kibo's flashlight function to say it's a blinding light.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
going.
Oh, she's talking about how much space there is under
Yeah.
there, not the light.
Let me check our truth bullets again. What is caged child? Caged child, need 5 people, medium and dark place with no light. So then the
Doesn't feel
circle,
right,
place
does
the
it?
end cage, dog god, make it completely dark.
I would think it's something about like they had a light, but be like, no, it needs to be complete darkness. Maybe.
But the murderer doesn't care about.
Dry
I mean,
blood.
maybe.
No, because like if there's any holes in the floorboard, we'd be able to see it because it was pitch black.
And that's what my logic says.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to contradict Cork's statement with the hole in the corner,
Okay, go
just to
for
see
it.
what happens. Wasn't dark into the floor.
It wasn't dark. You see, our villain had a light.
Yeah,
okay,
that was
cool.
it. Okay, there we go.
We just contradicted
That's
the wrong one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just matched up the wrong thing to the wrong thing, but we figured it out eventually.
Hell yeah.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor.
The best teacher is failure.
There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Unless you have night vision.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
Well, shit. Maybe they do have night vision because it could have been in Maki's lab. If they went into
that's
Maki's lab to grab
interesting.
the murder weapon, they could have found night vision goggles.
Potentially, but we don't have any clues that indicate that.
Yeah,
Danganronpa
that'd have
likes
to be
throw
something
weird
Maki.
things on us.
It doesn't randomly pull night vision goggles, though.
Let's see. Let's see where it goes.
Mark this as my words.
All right.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence. All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you. I neither want
I
nor
disabled
need
it.
your pity.
Enough with the flashlight. That's way too bright.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with the case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
Well, I think we'll find the answer to that
When we come
back.